All right, so a customer brought this in. Brian's about to pull this thing apart. The complaint was the yoke being loose. And what's the first thing that you seen, Brian?
There's no washer under this nut. There should be a washer under there because chances are you can tighten this nut down and your splines will be higher and you'll be just tightening the nut against the splines and it won't be putting any pressure on the yoke to actually secure the yoke itself. By the way, that's a 2 3/16 socket. Got a 12 millimeter. Take that bolt out. Pair of pliers and just loosen it up. All you need is just a little, you'll see some bosses here where you can hit, knock this cover loose. Once it's loose, we'll take it off. We're going to put this in our wash vat and let it continue to clean along with the adjusting ring. We'll wire brush all this and wire brush the threads here before reinstalling. We'll also clean the whole perimeter of this rear end, getting all the contaminants out of it, and we'll go back together with it. Just be careful how you place the red jelly in there because it will get on the piston and that could give you problems with the power divider locking in and out.
Okay. All right.
What I do is I try to start all the bolts by hand. And as you can see, there's still a little bit of a gap right here between the cover because our bearing race is knocked down just a little bit. I've done that. That was done when it was being cleaned. Just tap it down there until you get it close. And just pull it down even with a bolt. I use the same stuff before I put my adjuster in that I use to seal the front cover. Put the adjuster in. That's all the sealing I use is just on one side. I don't put it on the adjuster itself. Just want to run it down. My hand till it touches. Right there. And what I'll do is take a piece of brass and a hammer. Just give it a couple of taps. Most time you're able to get just a little bit more. And the way we test to see if we've got it where to slip, we want to put the yoke back on it. We put a rag up between the ring gear and pinion, roll it around till it locks it down. Then we want to turn this. And as you see, it's a smooth turn. There's no jerking, there's no play. So we know we got it where we want it. Take the yoke off of it. You may give it just a tiny bit more with the pliers. Right there. The whole time you're lining up this keyway, because this lock is going to go back in here to hold it in place. When we get that done, we're going to try the yoke one more time. We can get the yoke on it. There we go. That's good. That's good. No side to side play, no up and down play. We're ready to lock it down. We'll put this lock in. We're just going to put a tiny little bit of Loctite on this bolt. Start the bolt. Take your socket. Carefully. That's all you need. We're ready for the seal. Part number on this seal is a A1-1205X 2728. It's a genuine Merritor seal. That's the only ones I like. A lot of people laugh at what I'm fixing to show you, but I've always done it. I'll take a little bit of grease, and on this spring right here, I run that grease around. I have had, when I drive these in, I have had the spring jump off, and of course that leads to the seal leaking right away. I just run a little coat around there like that, put the seal on, seal driver, then you can hear when it bottoms out, your seal is installed. Once the seal is installed, I'm fixing to show you how to take the wear ring off the old yoke. What I do is I take a fairly sharp chisel, come in here, just hit that thing like that, in 4 spots across from one another. And we'll take a pry bar or a couple of pry bars, it could be screwdrivers, whatever. Go up under the edge of that, slip it right off. You want to wipe this surface off, make sure you don't have any damage or you didn't damage it with your chisel. You get ready to put the new one on. Very important, do not touch the grease area. You put that on, then we've got a tool to install this wear ring. Put it on. Same thing, you can tell when it bottoms out. Make absolutely sure that it bottoms out. You do not want the edge of this wear ring sticking up higher than the edge of this yoke. Okay, now all that's left is we will install the yoke. This time we will be replacing the washer that was missing. We're going to put the nut on. We're going to put a little bit of Loctite on the threads. And it doesn't take a whole lot. I just usually put it in 4 little spots like that. And then we take it and just tighten it back up with an 1 3/6" and a 3/4 impact. See the difference from before and after? See how high the threads are now? The nut's up where it needs to be. We know it's not bottoming out against the shaft. The only thing we got left is we'll pull this air fitting, put an air fitting in here, and manually lock the power divider in and out to make sure it's working properly. And then we'll be done. We'll hook shop air to it, and you should hear it pop. Okay. Still have my rag in there locking the ring gear and pinion down. You hear the pop? The rear's locked in now. All the power divider components are locked as one. It has no slip. Unlock, you've got slip. Lock it, no slip. All working properly. Thank y'all for watching. If y'all like what you see here, please like and subscribe. We're trying to put a lot of content out here. We know it's hard for the truckers right now. We know they need to save every penny they can with the cost of fuel, and we're there to help. Thank y'all.